Kanye West, one of the most polarizing figures in the world right now. You either love him or you hate him. However, there is an undeniable magnetism about him, which keeps getting his listeners back to him no matter what he says or does in the real world. A lot of people say that they separate the art from the artist. I don't believe in that. How can you separate the art and the artist when the artist literally talks about himself in his art? But today, I'm not here to talk about his music. I'm here to talk about the one quality that he has and the one quality that we all should learn from him. Today, I'm going to talk about why all of us should be unapologetic.
Thank you. Love you. Love you. And love all the people that support it. And you know what I'm saying? We needed to have something that was Apple level. You know, where's the Apple level? I am the number one most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google.
Now, what do I mean by unapologetic? Unapologetic is not a very actionable thing to do, yet, I'll comprise it into action steps for you. First of all, I'll tell you what I think unapologetic means. Unapologetic means not apologizing for whatever you do, not regretting whatever you do, and not believing that what you do is inferior to other people. Let's talk about Kanye West here. If a man can purchase a $7 million Super Bowl ad and then record a video of himself on a smartphone, admitting that he spent the whole budget on the ad placement and not the ad, and put that as the ad. And that's exactly what unapologetic is. You stop caring about what societal norms are. You stop caring about what other people think of you, and you stop caring about what fitting in is. You stop trying to be conventional. You just go into whatever the flow is basically. Now, for everyone this is different, right? And I'm unapologetic doesn't mean you won't make yourself better. Unapologetic doesn't mean that, okay, I'm the way I am, I can't do anything about it, so if I'm fat and obese, I'll stay fat and obese. No. Unapologetic simply means that you won't consider yourself out of place, even though society may think you are out of place. Let's talk about the action steps. My first action step is getting off social media. And by getting off, I don't mean deleting it or anything drastic, but something's very simple like only checking it once a day or 15 minutes a day at max. Because you don't need it. You don't need more than 15 minutes a day. But the main reason behind this is that checking social media is conditioning our brains to think about, okay, this is how society works, this is how life should be. And I'm not going to talk about the matrix shit. No, let's forget that. I'm not even talking about jobs, nothing. I'm just talking about basic stuff like uh when you go onto Instagram and you see, okay, when you post stories, you're supposed to go to places and post your stories, or your Instagram's account is supposed to be fine tuned to this. That's not a rule. That's not a. It's just a unspoken of rule that people have made up. Every rule in society is a made up rule. It's not a nature's given law that has to be enforced. So, if you stop going on these social media apps so much, you'll subconsciously stop trying to fit in. You'll subconsciously stop trying to be like the others. And you'll just be unapologetic for who you are. You'll better yourself, but in your own terms. You won't make your body look good just because everyone out there has a good looking body. You make your body look good because that's what you want to do. And that is my first action step. Secondly, This is not more of an action step, it's more of a mindset shift. You know, stop trying, stop considering actually, stop considering anyone out of your reach. I'm not talking in terms of dating, I'm talking in terms of life. Stop. So, another example, if you're talking about Kanye West, right? Where Kanye West comes from, Chicago, there weren't a lot of well known rappers. And at that point in life, for many people around Kanye West, it seemed like rapping was unattainable. You couldn't really make it as a rapper if you were coming from Chicago, right? But when Kanye West started producing or started rapping, he did it because he listened to the rap out there and he's like, okay, that's a good song, but I can make it. And that's exactly what you need to do. When you listen to something on the internet or when you see something amazing happen on the internet, anything, right? If it's a song, if you're listening to a song, you're like, okay, that's a good song, but I can make it. It isn't that out of my reach. It's good, but it isn't godly. And believe me, nothing in this world is godly. Everything is attainable if you try hard enough, right? But I said it in terms of music, but the same philosophy will apply to anywhere in your life. Let's talk about something more conventional, like, degree. You see a guy who's making a lot of money, he's got a degree, and instead of being awestruck by him, you're gonna think, okay, that's great, good for him, but I think I can do it too. Like, okay, that's good, it's a big deal, but I can achieve that big deal as well. And when that simple mindset shift, when you stop considering yourself inferior to anyone else, you're not. This you realize that I'm sitting here and I'm telling you all this stuff. I'm not better than any one of you out there. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, none of you aren't better than me. What that means, and I know that can be very confusing, but what I mean to say is that stop considering yourself inferior to anyone or stop considering anything out of reach. When you realize that nothing in this world is out of your reach, all of us, when we're born with the same body anatomy, we're born with the same brain, and like, there's nothing that if another human being can do, we can't do. Especially non physical things. I mean, come on, right? So, stop considering anything at all to be out of your reach. It's a mindset shift, but that mindset shift will impact your life so strongly that you'll actually start getting what you actually wanted to do, right? That's gonna be it. That's basically it, what I'm trying to say. And also, yeah, third thing, go listen to Kanye West's album. I'm just kidding. You don't, it's not an action step, but you should listen to it. It's a good album. But yeah, that's it.
If you're a Kanye West fan, you're not a fan of me, you're a fan of yourself. Jobs and stuff are like my idols, and I want to be like that one day. And like, how can, at 36, I'm only 36, saying, hey, I want to be able to bring simpler, better, easier, reasonably priced product to the world. They will play this interview in 5 years. They will play this interview in 10 years and say, he called that, he called that, he called that.